What a lovely surprise tonight's film was. It was called The Ballad of Wallis Island. I didn't really know what to expect. It's a kind of small indie film, a British indie film. Some of these can be really good, actually, and quite human, and this one is that. It's kind of a bromance between a cool, successful, or semi-successful musician and one of his fans who lives on a remote island and has invited him to go and play a concert in exchange for a sum of money. The musician doesn't realise this until he arrives and he's kind of half stuck there, not completely. And so the story unravels. I won't spoil it in this because this film is really worth seeing. So you've got this guy, Charles, who's a lonely widower on this island, and he's a big fan. He and his wife are huge fans of this folk group, Maguire and Mortimer, who were comprised of Nell, played by Carey Mulligan, and Herb, played by Tom Basdon. And so he invites them both. He doesn't tell them that they're inviting the others invited, but they come. And then you've got the how this all plays out with the people on this island. And there's a couple of nice little twists in this. Not big dramatic ones, but little story twists which really keep it interesting. The script is terrific. It's really funny and witty, and the actors deliver it just perfectly. And they should, because it was written by two of the actors, Tom Basden and Tim Key actually wrote it. And Carey Mulligan and Tom Basden, I think, also had a role in producing it. Tom Basden actually wrote all the songs in it, and the songs are they're really good. And so there's a kind of romance element to this, but it's not just that. It's really a human story, and it's a story about grief because Charles, played by Tim Key, amazingly by Tim Key actually, very touchingly, poignantly, and humorously played, really pitch perfect. So Charles, he wants to relive his past, and his wife and him used to traipse about after this band and see them all in concert, and they followed them. They were big mega fans. And since his wife died, he wants to, he's prepared to pay money to hear this favourite band just to take him back to the past and to feel like his wife is still alive. And it's sort of beautiful. And this film was a surprise. And it's really nicely shot. It's nice and crisp and clean, and it just works very well. It's a 5 out of 5.